to Nonprofit Live TV. I'm Larry Brill, and we're coming to you from Austin, Texas. The Convio's 2009 Summit, where it's a chance for nonprofit organizations to get together and share some of their best practices and find out how they can do their job a little bit better. We want to talk right now about maximizing event fundraising, something that nonprofits have to deal with all the time. And joining me right now is Brenda Miele, and she is from Event360. And then we have Mark Daley, who is from the National Kidney Foundation. And first of all, event fundraising, this is where most nonprofits get a lot of their money. How is that working right now in terms of this economy and things being down? Are you guys worried about how we make this work?
I think that we've definitely seen a downturn in donations. I think the number of donations have been consistent, I would say. Maybe with some nonprofits, maybe the actual amount of the donation has gone down. But I think with effective marketing and communication as to like how those donations are helping your organization, I think that message is still strong enough that it's withstanding the economy right now.
How do you two work together to make it work?
Very closely.
Brenda is our chief partner with the Convio technology. It's called Team Raiser, and the Kidney Foundation has about 105 walks each year, all standardized using that software service. We've seen an increase in the 2 years we've been on that platform with the number of participants, almost up by 46%. Like Brenda's saying, in this economy, the average donation per participant is down slightly for us, but we're impressed by the uptick in the number of folks online joining these events through the Team Raiser product.
So in a time like this, then, it's probably more important than ever to utilize the newest technology. How does the new technology, though, help you when it comes to planning an event and pulling it off?
Well, if we remember back in the day, I mean, if you were to try and do any kind of fundraising, you had to have a piece of paper and ask someone for a check at that moment, and it had to be your community that's around you. Now with the internet, you can cast your net so wide, and you can talk to so many people that, you know, half of my family lives on the East Coast, and they still can now donate using Convio, using the Team Raiser product, and then using social widgets and whatnot on Facebook, on, you know, me being able to transmit that on Twitter. So everybody in my community across the United States, across the world, that knows me and has a connection with me can touch base with me and make that donation. I don't have to get it in my hand.
Well, Mark, what about your volunteers and your staff? How have they adapted to the new technology and using that and getting the word out and getting people to participate?
Well, essentially, we're asking two computers to represent two human beings, establish a connection, hopefully that evolves into a relationship that can be nurtured. Volunteers and staff encounter that daily as well. So I think the important thing is for them to try and make that a human connection. There's techniques we're all learning to use better, such as to put a face on a website where folks are looking back at the person so that they can engage them in a more personal, direct way.
What about the issue of, you've got a participant, you've got somebody who is taking part in the event, and they're raising money, but they hate to ask for money. How do you make it possible for those people to stay engaged all year long and not just forget about you once the walk is over, or the run is over, or the cycling event is over?
I think it's really important to have a strong communication plan with those participants that are coming or have come to an event. So you're constantly communicating to them, and you're making it aware that it's not that they're asking for money for themselves, but they're asking money for people who cannot ask for themselves. So you're giving them those, you know, $60 will do this. It'll give a mammogram to someone who doesn't have health insurance and can't afford that mammogram, or it'll help someone who's going through dialysis and being able to get that specific need that they can't afford right now. So giving them the messaging that they could use in their messaging to their donors.
Yeah, and before we go today, Mark, I'd just like to ask you about the National Kidney Foundation. Just give us an idea of what it is exactly you guys do and who we're helping here.
Sure, the Kidney Foundation started in the early 1950s to seek to prevent kidney and urinary tract diseases and help improve the lives of patients affected by those diseases and their families, and to also make higher awareness of all organ donations. So that's our mission, and dialysis is an awful tough life for someone with kidney disease. So that's just the population that we try and touch.
Yeah, and the kinds of things that Brenda brings to the table to help you is certainly making a difference today, isn't it?
In a big way, yeah. We're very pleased with not only Brenda's support, but also the Team Racer product by Convio.
Brenda, Mark, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And once again, we're coming to you from the Convio 2009 Summit. I'm Larry Brill.